Now, let us go to another point of view. We have mentioned just now in Al-Quran, there are proof or is clearly written in terms of the fundamental principle of thinking and resulting in how you act upon it. There are critical thinking, there are creative thinking. Let us go into another section, which is we are talking about laws. We have customary law, we have common law. But in Islam, there are three types of laws. Why we want to know this? Because these laws are the foundation of how we manage our thinking and how we reduce conclusion from our thinking. In Islam, the first law is called customary law, which is hukum adat. What is hukum adat? It's simple. Customary law is something that usually happens more than once. You test a fire, example of fire. You test it on your hand. It is hot. You take another one, another person, and test on that person's hand. It is also hot and it also can burn. Now, it happens more than one time, and in future it might also happen. This considered as customary law. And some people make conclusion based on this or make decision on this. Let's go to the second one. In Islam, they say second one is mind law. What is mind law or hukum akal? Hukum akal is the legal sense in setting something to something else. Legal sense. Or denying something from something else. And in establishing a law, it does not desire to try. Okay, let's take like this. 2 plus 2 is 4. Everyone knows this. In this case, the mind said that 2 plus 2 equals 4. The mind accepts 2 plus 2 equals 4. The same is true in other things or that kind of thing. 3 plus 3 is 6. The mind accepts that fact. But there is a contingency here. It can only happen if Allah allows it to happen. In the fire, from the first case just now, fire burns. But fire will not burn if Allah does not give consent to it. The third law is Sharia law. So Sharia law is based from what are revealed in the Al-Quran and also from the Al-Sunnah. They does not necessarily conform to the acceptance of hukum akal and hukum adat. Meaning to say that some things are not logic by nature, not logic to your mind, not customary, but it is revealed in Al-Quran. Everyone in the Muslim community have to accept it. So we come to the issue. What is the issue? What is the conflicting issue from Islamic perspective and the Western perspective? Now, from the Islamic perspective, we have three laws where we have these three laws to be our foundation when we make decision, when we set certain rules. But throughout history, throughout evidence, we see that Western logical thinking mainly depends its decision making or its basis of consideration on customary law. For example, they say fire burns, and logically, it will continue to burn in whatever situation. However, contrary to that, for Muslim or for the Islam, fire burns, yes, but it will not burn if Allah does not give the permission. And through history, it is also an evidence that Prophet Ibrahim did not burn when he was set into fire. So this is very important because when you cannot prove something, it doesn't mean it does not exist. When you don't have evidence, it doesn't mean the thing is wrong. So this is a very big difference from the Islamic perspective and the Western perspective. Islamic perspective believes on the foundation of having the belief in Allah and also having the evidence that you can get from the mind law and also the customary law. Guys, I hope you understand a little bit about the Islamic perspective in terms of critical and critical thinking, and going into how you make decision according to the laws that exist in the Islamic scholars and in the Islamic law. Let us go finally to the conclusion. So from the past few minutes, we can conclude that there are many verses in the Al-Quran that describe thinking. And also, not only that, it encourage people to think wisely. And there are also elements that have been given, how to make decision, how to categorize, and so forth. Second one, Islam sets out to think on the basis of customary law, mind law, and Sharia law. Your thinking is based on these laws, and you make decision based on this, not only from the customary law, this is quite a bit of different from the Western thinking of certain Western foundation. And the last one, although Islam encourages followers to think, but Islam also restricts people from thinking about the substance of Allah. Where do Allah come from? Allah is made of what? It does not allow us, or in a way, it does not encourage you to think about that. But Allah asks us to go and think about His creation. Go and think about the creation of man. Go and think about the creation all of the things around us. And from that, we will know who is Allah. From that, belief will be developed in ourselves. And this is actually the main thing about thinking in Islam, which is all of it, the good thing that you do, it will eventually leads you to the blessed of Allah. Now, before we finish our lesson today, guys, let's do some quiz. You have here few questions that you can test your understanding. And from what I have discussed to you, the first one, what is the meaning of tafakkur? Second, list out and describe the three phases in the act of doing tafakkur. Can you do that? Number 3, besides al-fiqh and tafakkur, please list out 5 words mentioned in Al-Quran which give the meaning of to think. And last one, state one significant difference between Western thinking and Islamic thinking in terms of critical and critical thinking. With that, I hope you learned something from this sharing, and inshallah we will meet again in the future. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good day and good luck to you.